1.5 million diagnosed paranoid schizophrenics living in America today.
We've all heard stories of people who say they were driven nearly crazy by voices in their head.
Left untreated, mental illness can be disabling and even life-threatening.
Should our healthcare system be doing more to make sure they're safe to themselves?
Research shows it's a topic that needs to be addressed.
The PACT model is a team-based model for service delivery to folks who have serious mental illness and often co-occurring substance abuse disorders.
I'm not gonna kill the cat. Well, then you lie. I'm not lying. Don't lie.
She goes from, she's not docile, she goes from calm, I guess, to just explosive disorder, personality disorder type. She'll smash her own stuff, glass frames that hold pictures. She'll cut up the couch, she's done with that before, and she'll just ruin her own place, which is quite sad, and could get her potentially evicted and re-hospitalized.
In PACT, we want to do more than stabilize an individual. We want them to not only be symptom-free, but we want them to move further from an institutional setting.
Most of the PACT patients are psychotic, and paranoia is the biggest symptom for them. So it is difficult for us to push them to see another physician. So most of the times what we do is try to manage the medical conditions here in the PACT program itself.
There you go. You know, give money till I get this program. I wouldn't know.
Yeah?
That's just straight, right?
How's the living situation here?
I'm just holding on to trying to get the purpose, trying to get them all stuff. Just have that chicken fire.
So yeah, Adrian's barely audible and it's scattered everywhere, which is typical for schizophrenia. They present with an MR. The speech, I mean, it can be really incoherent, illogical. The challenge with that is when they come to you with a crisis and you don't know what they're saying, so you have to then pull on the history of just knowing them. Like Melissa's worked with with him and that family for a while, so I know I defer to Melissa a lot. Right. So
Melissa actually understands some of this.
Right. So in that case, team. This is where the PACT team, not just individuals, an individual come into play, because we have to all rely on each other's strengths and history with people and knowledge of people and the systems that we work with.
There's no such thing as a typical day at PACT. Everything can change depending on people who have emergencies.
Crises don't occur on a schedule. They occur all times of the day and night. And so we're available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week to help support someone through that crisis and help them think through their options in terms of managing whatever is in front of them that day.
So are you sleeping here?
Sometimes.
Where do you sleep? Where do you sleep over here?
Anywhere in the jurisdiction, but
we gave you those blankets.
Oh, I collect them all the time. That's easy. Blankets comes up anytime.
There are some challenging areas. There are areas in the city that have, unfortunately, a high crime rate. And the armor that the PACT member wears is that they're to help the community, and they're there to help the individual, and they're there regularly enough so that the rest of the members of the community where they're going are aware of what their role is.
You should do this job because you care about the clients and you
understand how challenging it must be to be dealing with what they deal with on a regular basis, and you have to have like the right heart for it. It's not just a regular job, it's kind of like a calling.
What y'all come here for? What's going on? Something bad going on?
No, not at all. Not.
What where Marvin at?
I don't know who Marvin is.
Marvin!
All right, yeah, get in the car.
All right, see ya.
Let's go. We didn't need to sit there and listen to that, whoever that woman was yelling and everything. Get in the car and leave.
That's typically what happens at that house.
I'm not saying we're heroes like firemen or military or police, but I do think social workers, like nurses and other professions, are a very special type of employee, and if you're going to do good at it, you have to really have the right outlook upon it and have the passion for it.
I would say that in terms of an unmet need, there isn't anything that the PACT team will not help you with. Probably the most challenging unmet need would be in the area of housing.
Some clients can only afford places that are like $550 to $600 a month, so they're in these rooming houses that are not anywhere most people would want to live. The hygiene's not good, the area can be dangerous, the tenants living there can be a little challenging, and then we have clients who have solid housing because of temporary rental assistance given to them by the state, but that might last maybe 2 years, and after that runs out, and then they're kind of back to square one. Maybe they're back to living in the motels or trying to find something they can afford on their monthly stipend from the state.
So, Brett, you've been with the PACT team for how long? How long have we known each other? So how has the PACT team helped you?
Good. They brought me to your centers. But I'm esoteric too. I've studied with the Dalai Lama, the first one to the last one. I know martial arts, or that, a whole lot of that. And I'm fighting with Mossad in Israel right now. And we have particular ways of getting me down to the mega base.
Another middle-aged man with schizophrenia, some substance abuse issues. He thinks Melissa's from Neptune.
Mm-hmm. I'm a pink squid in the ocean.
He thinks I'm a CIA guy. He has so many delusions around military and outer space and Star Wars.
PACT is a wonderful, innovative program. I mean, I have seen patients who have not been hospitalized for years now who are in the PACT program. So patients are educated in regards to developing a habit to change their lifestyle and do dietary modifications, and they're also educated to come into the PACT program to attend the wellness groups, which tell them to modify the way they live.
This should be a place where people feel comfortable coming to, and that it shows that the staff cares about the environment that they're interacting with the individual.
It takes a long time to build up that trust, but once you build up the trust, they relax, they enjoy coming here, we take them out for recreations. They do entertain themselves by coming here and using our TV room. It's fun to see them, like when you enter into the program, they come back and enjoy speaking to the physician.
What I'm really proud of is I always like to allow people to experience things that typically they may not get to experience on a normal basis, just because of where they are, the amount of money that they earn. All of our clients are on fixed income, Social Security benefits, and I like just to them to experience things that they may not typically do.
We go grocery shopping for clients. We do outings with them, like I've played tennis with clients, I've taken them hiking. Basically, we all do whatever we can to help the client to stay as well as they can be, whatever that requires. Medication, obviously, doctor visits, just connecting with the client and helping them to enjoy life and to be engaged with their environment.
The individual that does work in the mental health field has to be somebody who's empathetic and caring. They also have to have the capacity to establish the boundaries necessary to keep themselves present but yet detached from the individual life circumstances.
Being able to just have a break, something to liven up their everyday lives and something a little different for themselves. And because unfortunately some of our individuals are very isolated, they don't get out at much, or they don't interact, or where they live it's not a lot of activity, positive activity in terms of neighbors and the environment, especially those individuals who don't live with their families.
I love people with severe mental illness because, for one thing, they can't help but be their authentic selves. They're just so real. You know, every conversation you have with them is almost always just about what really matters to them, and you get down to the nitty-gritty. There's usually not very much small talk or chit-chat. It's just like, this is who I am, this is what I'm going through, this is what I'm struggling with, and I want you to know everything about it. And so it's just very real with them. In a world that sometimes is a little bit fake, and I really do appreciate that when I interact with them.